I've dealt with anxiety and depression for a number of years, and that's just been really difficult. Yeah, I was feeling stuck and frustrated, and just felt like there was a ton of stuff below the surface that I couldn't even get at. And I think that the ministry that they do is priceless for people kind of similar to myself who just are stuck, who don't know, who go to church on Sunday, feel like they pray, but just don't feel like they receive. I felt like I started to receive from God. I felt like I started to feel connected to God in a way that was really transformative, in a way that highlighted who God is and who I am in God's eyes. That was so paramount into who I am today, and that I can look back and see that those seeds were planted in the time that I spent in the prayer room with Susan and her team. And for me, that looks like just a lot of things now in my life that I couldn't have imagined. I was born and raised in Columbus and had never moved, and now I'm down here in Cincinnati and started a new job and bought a new house, and looking forward to the future, looking forward to what God's going to do with me, looking forward to how God continues to show up. I would remember driving down from Columbus, and on my drive down, I would be thinking about the previous prayer session, and I would be, that was great, but what's the likelihood that I'm going to hear from God again this time? And amazingly, every time I would go to the Roots and Branches prayer room, I would receive something, whether it be a revelation or whether it'd be a vision or just affirmation in a way that I could walk out and just feel like, wow, I have a personal God who desires to meet me.
I came from a very dysfunctional family. I was ridiculed, I was made fun of. And so growing up that way, it made me very fearful, to speak. It made me very fearful to go out and experience new things. But God changed all that. My last appointment at Roots and Branches was such an extraordinary appointment. It was quite unexpected, as a lot of the appointments are. They start off with you thinking or wanting to share one thing, and then all of a sudden it just kind of progresses, and the appointments seem to take a life of their own, with, of course, the Holy Spirit actually guiding the conversation. So part of the vision that I had was that we were on the beach, and we were on this huge white horse, and which took me quite by surprise. And this horse, Jesus, and myself were galloping on the beach, and the sun was shining brightly, but it was so much fun to be with Jesus in this particular fear. It was just absolutely amazing that I would be experiencing riding a horse with Jesus leading the way. It was as if he was saying, no more, it's over. Let it go. There is nothing for you to fear. Do not be afraid. And so in hearing him speak so clearly, I wasn't afraid.
And each time I had prayer,
I felt the Spirit of the Lord immediately. And it felt really, really great. And so in each one of these times, I had a breakthrough of some sort. When going back into my past and reliving some stuff and being released, finding freedom. And it's really quite remarkable. Here in Cincinnati, they're doing some of this most wonderful things. I think what makes these guys different is their willingness just to let God minister to you and not feel pressure that they have to do anything. What they do well is they wait. They have a lot of integrity, no manipulation, and they're extremely trustworthy. If you get a chance, take them up on an experience that take you to the King, to the throne of the King, to the loving, tender, strong, powerful King of Kings who can transform our lives. And so often, I think we're afraid to do that. I'm not sure why. Maybe we want to be in control, or we don't believe God can really make a difference, but He does. And it's fun, and it's awesome. And I just want to give a shout out to the Roots and Branches team. What a great job they're doing. I'm so glad they're here in Cincinnati.